Hello friends, welcome back. So last week or so I did a poll on Instagram and asked which video people would rather see, and most of my friends on Bookstagram at Naomi's Library voted for this video. So today I'm filming a video. It's going to be a TBR video of Latinx books that I want to read during Hispanic Heritage Month. Personally, I am going to be participating all the way from September 15th to October 15th on the Latinx Heritage Month Bookfest. I had to look at it for a second because it's a long name. But I'm going to be participating in that Bookfest, and you guys should go follow their Instagram because you may see a familiar face during the month of September to October on their Instagram. I'm so excited because during Hispanic Heritage Month, again, September 15th all the way to October 15th, there's been a lot of different Latinx readathons popping up. Personally, like I said, I'm going to be participating in Latinx Heritage Month Bookfest, and I will link below their Instagram, their Twitter, and all of that so you guys can join if you'd like to. So some of you may know that I used to live in Puerto Rico for around 13 to 14 years. I always forget. I think it was 13 and a half years. And I lived there for a long time. I'm currently wearing a San Juan, Puerto Rico shirt, even though I did not live in San Juan. But yeah, I'm gonna be doing a TBR video. This could be recommendations for you as well of books that you should read or can read if you're interested during the month of September to October. And I didn't want to buy more books for this month because I've been like buying way too many, so I grabbed from the books that I already had. But I will be doing some other recommendations of books that I don't own. So I actually wanted to say first off that out of all of these books on this TBR, I only bought one of them, which I'm very, very grateful. So the first one that I'm going to read, honestly, is going to be the first one that I pick up. It's Clap When You Land by Elizabeth Acevedo. This is the last book that I need to read in order to have read all of Acevedo's work. I absolutely love her writing. Her stories are the most relatable to me. I've never seen myself more in a book than Elizabeth's work. I think it's like so beautiful. This is written in verse, so it should be really quick to read, similar to the Poet X, I would say, like in length. This book, I believe, is about two Dominican girls who are sisters, but they have been separated their whole lives, because I believe they're half sisters and they've been separated their whole lives. They're both Dominican, but one of them lives in the US. And then their father passes away, so they unite because of that. Super excited to read this. It's going to be very lyrical, and Elizabeth's just amazing, and I can't wait to have, like, to be able to say that I've read all of Elizabeth Acevedo's work. Is just going to be really cool. So I can't wait for the next book that she comes out with. Jesus Christ. Also, the hardback of this is just so beautiful. I am very tempted for buying the Poet X on hardback because I own Clap When You Land and With the Fire on High as hardbacks, and they're both so beautiful. So I'm very tempted to buy the Poet X on a hardback because I have it paperback, but we'll see about that. The next couple of books, 3 of them were sent to me, and 1 of them I actually got at YALLFest. So I'm going to start with that one because that's the one that I've had for the longest amount of time and I still haven't read it. So it is an ARC, but it's currently out. It came out in February of this year, and that is This Train is Being Held by Isme Williams. And like I said, I got this as an ARC at YALLFest. So I got this like November of last year, so it's almost been a year that I've owned this. But it officially came out to the public on February. And I'm sad that I wasn't able to read this. So this book is about two Latinx young people a girl and a boy, Isabel and Alex, and they meet on a subway in New York City. It's gonna touch on some very interesting aspects of the Latinx culture, because on the description it says that like these two young people meet, a boy and a girl, and then the girl's mom, it's very disapproving of Latino men, which is actually like, I wouldn't say common thing, but like it's known for some like Latinx mothers or women to like be very disapproving of Latino young men. And I would say that like here in the US, like immigrant Latinx families moving to the US, I would say a lot of mothers that are Latinx that move to the US become very disapproving of their daughters, or mostly daughters, dating Latinx men, if that makes any sense at all. I feel like that was just a mess. But I believe the girl is like a ballerina, and the boy is like, he likes to play sports, he's like a pro at baseball or something. And then, like I said, the mom is very disapproving of her daughter dating a Latinx man, even though the mother herself is Latinx. But it's actually something that happens in the Latinx community, which is very odd. But I'm excited to read this and see how like relatable it is to people that actually like go through this. So the next book that I want to talk about was actually sent by a friend on Instagram. I forgot her username, but there was a random act of kindness Instagram post that my friend Books and Meg posted. And so what people do on those random act of kindness Instagram posts is that they go on the comments and you comment your Amazon wish list, and people randomly like go into other people's Amazon wish lists and get them something, just like a random act of kindness. And somebody did that to me, and they got me Woven in Moonlight by Isabel Ibanez. So this book, I believe, out of all the ones that I have, is the only fantasy book. This book, I know it deals with magic, and it has a lot of like, it draws a lot of inspiration from Bolivian politics and history, which is really interesting because I don't know a lot about Bolivia. So I'm really excited to read this. Like I said, it's fantasy. There's magic involved. I believe our main character can like weave moonlight or something like that. I should have probably read the description for all of these. I just normally like grab books and don't really know what they're about and read them, so like I'm really bad at these type of things. But Woven in Moonlight, if you like fantasy and you want to read something for Latinx Heritage Month, you should read this. So yeah. So the next two books were sent to me by publishers, and I just want to say thank you to all of the publishers that are making a priority for own voice reviewers to receive these novels first. I went through a long period of time when I started my Instagram account when I would ask publishers for certain books that were by Latinx authors with Latinx main characters, and I was always told no because they didn't have enough books to like give around to people. And then when the book was like being sent to reviewers, it was always like white reviewers, and that's what happens on Goodreads when these books get like low ratings. It's due to not giving it to the right people to review, if that makes any sense. So I really want to thank the people that sent me these books, but let me pick one of them. So the first one that was sent to me was Never Look Back by Lilliam Rivera, and this book was actually sent to me by Bloomsbury, or Bloomsbury YA. So I actually think it was just Bloomsbury, but I don't know. So this book is about two Latinx young people, boy and a girl. The girl's actually Puerto Rican and she lived in Puerto Rico. But when Hurricane Maria hits, I believe, I can't remember that well when Hurricane Maria happened. It seemed like it was just so recently, but it happened a couple years ago. I would say 2016 or 2017. When Hurricane Maria hits, she and her family are lucky enough to leave the island, and they move to the Bronx, and there in the Bronx she meets this boy who is also Latinx, and they become friends, and he you know, they fall in love, I'm guessing. But there's also some magical realism in this book, which is really interesting. On the description it says that, like, the girl leaves the hauntings of Hurricane Maria, but there's also, like, an evil spirit following her around. So there is some magical realism in this book. I am sorry if I'm not explaining these books, like, good enough, but I am really excited. So this book has Afro-Latinx main characters. The camera cut me off, but I was saying that I'm really sorry if I'm not explaining these books good enough, but if you're looking for a contemporary magical realism, a little bit of magical realism in there, book about a Puerto Rican girl that leaves her island because of a hurricane, and then there's some love and magical realism, like I said, this is a book that you should read. And the last book in this TBR video was also sent to me by a publishing company. This one was sent to me by Penguin. Penguin Teen, actually, let me correct that. So this one I'm super excited about because this is actually a dystopian novel, and then I have a dystopian book, and that is Sanctuary by Paola, Mendoza, and Abby Sherr. I don't know. But this book I'm super excited because one of my favorite genres is dystopian. This book is about a Colombian girl who lives in the United States, and this is a near future America. So this book is set in 2032, and in this America, all of the citizens have like a chip in their wrist, and this chip, you're able to know their blood type, birthplace, ID number, medical history, allergies, and all of that. And if you don't have a chip in your wrist, you're considered illegal. So I don't really know if our main character has a chip in her arm or she doesn't, and that's why she's scared of living in this like near future America. But I think that she does have a chip, but she's realizing like how wrong this whole chip thing and being illegal because you don't have it, like she's realizing how wrong it is, and she's trying to make things different. So I am so excited for this one. So yeah, Sanctuary by Paola Mendoza and Abby Sherr. Thank you so much, Penguin Teen, for sending this to me, and thank you, Bloomsbury, for sending this to me as well. Thank you. So that was all of the books. I had 5 books in my personal TBR, but I did want to mention some other recommendations of books that I would want to read, but I just can't like buy all of the books, like it's impossible. So and I'll try to put pictures on the screen because I don't have the authors now. I have the title names, but I don't have the authors on my phone. So I have You Had Me at Hola, Cemetery Boys. Like I said, any Elizabeth Acevedo book would work. Aristotle and Dante Discovered the Secrets of the Universe. More Happy Than Not by Adam Silvera, or honestly any Adam Silvera book. I've read History's All You Left Me. And Don't Date Rosa Santos. Alright, so those were all of my TBR / recommendations. I can't really recommend any of these books because I haven't read them. But that was it. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you joined the Latinx Heritage Month Book Fest or any of the Latinx readathons. It's very important to read diversely outside of what we know, to know more, different narratives and things that other people go through. I would really recommend Reading Club When You Land. Honestly, any of these books, like I want to recommend people really read Never Look Back, because I really think it's interesting that it's set during Hurricane Maria time, because it's so recent. It's gonna be really crazy when books come out about this time of COVID-19. But yeah, I'm gonna shut up, and those were all of the books. I hope you join on the readathon if you're able to, and that you got some type of recommendation out of this video. That's all I want for anyone. So that's it. Thank you so much, and see you later.